Welcome to Fayetteville, Arkansas, a place where legends have long stood for excellence. Names like Broyles, Holtz, McFadden, Jones, and Johnson. And when they call the Hogs, it is a rite of passage. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the LSU Tigers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. On first down, here comes this offense. On the run, it's Green. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Power football with the run. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Looking for a deep man. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Arkansas! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Fair catch, called for and made. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Still running at the 40. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
He's showing you his skills on that last throw. This guy's got arm talent and accuracy, man, and some of it's not coachable. And I think back to Jamarcus Russell and Joe Burrow, 2 former Tiger quarterbacks that were the first overall pick in the NFL draft. They had some of that too. They just had a feel for the position that you simply couldn't coach at the college level. This guy, man, he's got some serious tools, and he really helps make this offense dangerous.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Off the play fake on first down. Got a man. It's Coleman. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they cell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you this is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down and distances, third downs, and having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll throw it on first down. That's caught. It's Durham. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. This crowd knows when to bring it. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that hurts because second down, you got everything in front of you, the whole playbook open. Now you get a lost yardage play. Now it's third down. Now it puts those feet to the fire a little bit more. Now you better come up with something you really love in this area of the field.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. To get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. The play action fake. He's got him this time. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. With the catch, it's Anthony. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. And the Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this one.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. Turns it on in midfield. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. LSU quick to the line.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Russell to the ground after picking up the first down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, the running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts every...
Snags it! 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Tigers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone. You love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working, a lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Shakes off the tackler. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking. They've got it up to the 47-yard line.
coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Using his legs, it's Hill. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
3rd and short now from their own 48. The toss to the outside. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short, I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy you know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
4th and inches, just trust in your offensive line. They're able to get just enough movement at the point of attack to keep this drive going.
Wants to throw on first down. Complete to the left. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there. You know you're not going to throw it very much, but when they do have the ability to push the ball down the field and get some guys out of the box, it makes this offense even more exciting.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And the try is no good. After the miss, the lead is still 4. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires the pass, intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
One thing I love about this linebacker, guys, he's really good against the run, but he's also nice in coverage, too. That time, a cover 2 look by the defense, so he's just playing in space. He's watching the quarterback's eyes. He's able to jump the route and come away with a turnover.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking for the score. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half. They do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum.
And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
With the catch, it's Durham. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wide receiver coming across in motion. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he'll just get rid of that one. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They're going to pass on what would figure to be an easy 3 points and instead go for it on 4th down. Lets it fly. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Off play action on 1st down. Going deep. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the 2nd half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Here's the handoff. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Razorbacks will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. Fair catch called for and made. dive into the playbook here on offense. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Give to the back. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He'll pull it down and run. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes down. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down. Get some positive yards.
Tackle is made after the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Pulls it and fires to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Just about any LSU offense will make you hold your breath when they play pitch and catch.
Yeah, just such elite playmakers usually. Just such speed. And listen, when you're a defense, speed kills. And LSU, no matter who plays quarterback, they always got dudes that can fly out wide that absolutely scare you.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Direct snap. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's a statement by the defense. Offense is trying to get physical. They're running power. They're pulling the backside guard, and you blow the play up in the backfield for a loss.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Touchdown, Tigers! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play, you line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The offense lining up for a first down play. He's going to pass. Got a man. It's Sategna. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance because in the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through the air. When you think of all the great play callers in this league and all of the Heisman Trophy winners this league has seen at the QB position in recent years, you better be able to do it throwing the ball. This guy, I think, gives Arkansas a chance with his own.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I'll say this, man, in college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Motion from the offense. Wants to throw on second down. Fires to the big fella. Tackled, but he has a first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Now, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. If he wanted to throw the football, you could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down. Understand the situation. Understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Snagged in the middle. It's James. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He'll do it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Really, really nice football play. Man, I got to understand option football. I got to play my responsibility, make sure that I know what I'm doing. Look at the linebacker. Great job doing that. Staying patient, getting to the quarterback, making the big tackle.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Dumps it to the back. Touchdown, Razorbacks! They move on top here in the 4th. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Old Dominion fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. They're trailing by just 4 to the Astronauts. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Complete to start this drive. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Fires left. He's got it. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
Caught behind the line. It's Watkins. At the 35, he's got room. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They've got the lead here in the fourth. If he can make this one, the lead will be 3. He's got it, and the lead is up to a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you...
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
Unloads to the wideout. It's caught.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Looking to scramble. Catch in the middle. It's Sategna. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback will keep it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. And it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback keeps it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, we saw the coaching staff on the sideline challenging this offensive line to end this game. They've got the lead late now, and they know they're going to continue trying to run the ball to ice it.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Cabrera. Can't connect on his first throw. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll immediately call timeout. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. A first down for the offense. Looking for space. It's Green. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. This one's complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. On third down, he drops to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Haas. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They'll throw it on first down. Unleashes one. It's complete. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
He just wisely got rid of that when the worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
Great job of timing the blitz and calling it at a perfect moment when the offense was going to drop back and throw. They're able to get to him, hit him. They don't get the sack, but they do affect his accuracy, and it falls incomplete.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. So now the opportunity to take the lead with a first and goal here. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Quarterback checking the play. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Arkansas! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
And how about this QB coming up clutch in a big moment? Gotta have it. You've dreamed about it your whole life. He puts the ball on the money. They make the catch, take the lead with seconds remaining on the clock.
And the extra point splits the upright. They'll try to pin them back with this kickoff and then have the defense put the finishing touches on a win. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He wants to throw. He wants a big play here late. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off. Bringing it back. And with that turnover, we come to the close of this game. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of